Welcome to All Things Sports, Week 6 NFL spread. And we're going to pick every single game. And before we get into that, let's do a little rundown on the season so far. We didn't do last week. We had a week off. So we did the first 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
The first week,
we did the first 4 weeks. We missed week 5.
We missed week 5. That's right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Week 5. So the first week, what happened the first week?
We were tied.
2-2, right?
Yeah.
Then the second week, you came out strong and you beat me. What was it? 3-1 or something like that. 3-1. Then the third week, I came back, and then I was winning. I won that game 4 games to 2 games or something like that, right? 4-1 or something. No, it was 4-1-1. We tied 1 game. 4, 5. I mean, we played 7 games. I won 4. You won 2. And we tied 1. 4-2-1. So that what that does is that now we're completely tied right now.
We're even again.
So we have we're back to even. We both have a tie, and we both have the same amount of wins. I think it's 5 wins, right?
Yeah, and losses.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. So we're 5-5 against each other with a tie.
Yeah,
so it's completely even.
Overall, we're the same.
Yeah,
and our games that are different are the same.
Yeah,
so we're all evened up.
Yeah.
So far we've both been picking pretty good.
Yeah. So we've been winning most of our games. Like on average, I'd say we're both 12-4, 11-5ish per week.
Which is so far so good.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks we didn't use the spread, so that's going to boost our totals a little bit. Yes. But still.
But we still fared out the same, even with the spread. Yep, so technically, if you were paying attention to us and you were taking our advice and betting, you'd be winning money right now.
Yeah.
Technically.
So far so good.
I'm not advising you to do that, and if you do that, don't blame me if you lose. But to be completely real, if you were following us right now, you'd be winning money.
Yep.
So
yeah, absolutely. So
let's get into week 6.
Let's get into week 6. So because of COVID, they've moved the Thursday night game between the Bills and Kansas City to Sunday. So far, from what I've heard, they're not going to move a game from Sunday to Thursday. So it looks like there's going to be no Thursday night game, which as an NFL fan, I'm upset about. I like having Thursday night football. It's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to wait a whole week from Monday to Sunday to get another, NFL game.
Right.
So
and it's the Bills too.
I know. So I was really I was really looking forward to that. I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be Bills versus Kansas City fighting on Thursday night football for first place in the AFC. Because that's a good chance that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We haven't seen
the 2 undefeated teams possibly.
So we haven't seen week 5 yet, so we don't know, if they're both going to stay undefeated. Yeah. But there's a very good chance that game between Kansas City and Buffalo in week 6 will be the deciding factor for who's number 1 in the AFC, and then that would be a huge tiebreaker at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So that game's got moved to Sunday, but we'll still pick that game first.
Yeah.
So I took Kansas City -3.5 because I figured you're going to take Buffalo.
I took Buffalo with the points, and not just because it's the Bills.
Yeah.
I actually do think it's going to be a down to the wire to the field goal game.
So I think it's going to be a very close game.
I took the points.
I think it's going to be a very close game, and I was going to also take Buffalo.
Even if the Chiefs win, I think it'll be a field goal difference.
Yeah. So I was really close to taking Buffalo. I think it's going to be a really good game, a really close game. I did take Kansas City though, just because I think that they're a little bit more disciplined and they'll probably make less mistakes.
And I like when they do 3.5.
I kind of figured you would take Buffalo.
I wish they would do every game with the .05 at the end, because then you can't get tied.
No ties.
Yeah, I don't like the ties. They should have every single point spread should have a .05 at the end.
Vegas does everything for a reason though.
Yeah, I know. So no, it's down to there's some reason.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, there's a reason why they did that.
Yeah, so they know what they're doing. Do you want to check mark that? Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
I don't have a pen on me.
I got one right
I
here.
forgot one.
Okay, that's disagreement.
Yeah.
Put it on the board. So that can break our tie.
Here, pass me the pen.
All right.
All right. So next game we have is
grab you a pen.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh. And right now the spread is Cleveland's getting +4. I took Pittsburgh -4.
I did too.
Cleveland does look a lot better though. So far.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a good game. It's only 4 points, so I took. I took again.
Pittsburgh's looked really good so far.
I think they might win by a touchdown.
So
a 7-point game there.
And they've, historically they've owned Cleveland for many years.
Yeah.
So I
factored that in too.
Yeah. So and we both took Pittsburgh. Next game we have Chicago at Carolina. Kind of surprised by the spread.
Yeah.
Chicago's getting 2 points. I took Chicago +2.
So did I.
So we're the same there. I mean, my whole issue with Chicago from the offseason was Trubisky.
Yeah,
so now that Foles is the quarterback, I'm actually on board with them. I think they're a good team.
Chicago has been the team that you and I have clashed heads on a lot since we've done this podcast. And we've both been right. Because I've been right about, I said I think Chicago's going to have a winning season. I think they're going to make the playoffs. So far, I'm right about that. You also said that it was the quarterback you were worried about.
Yeah, I said I like the rest of the team. I don't like Trubisky. I think that Foles should have won the job from the beginning. Yeah. So we've actually both been right on that.
We both were right about something.
Now that Foles is starting, I'm actually on board with Chicago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was my whole issue from the very beginning.
We both were right about Chicago in our own little way.
I just thought that they should have gave Foles the job right away. But whatever, it hasn't hurt him too bad so far.
Yeah.
So we agreed.
But was I not right about that
you
defense?
Chicago, right?
I said the defense was going to come out strong.
Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So there's no check mark.
Oh yeah. I did say that Chicago's defense was going to look good. Mack and Smith. Even when here's the thing, even if they don't get 10 sacks in a game, it doesn't matter. It's like they are because of the pressure they put on.
Yeah.
You can't against Chicago. You cannot extend plays.
With Chicago,
it just doesn't happen. You have to. Your plays got to be quick.
Mack was owning Brady in the Thursday night game for Week 4, and or Week 5. I'm sorry, and he just owned him. And Brady was getting so upset when Mack was sacking him and knocking him to the ground. And then just real quick with Brady, he thought it was
fourth down.
Yeah, he thought.
Do you want to know what happened after that?
He went and had a tirade on the sideline. He lost
He went into the locker room and started screaming at his own teammates that they didn't tell him it was fourth down.
I thought that was fake. I thought that was satire.
That's what I heard.
Oh, I thought it was satire.
I heard that came from a respected analyst. What's his name?
Yeah, but I think it was satire. Ian Rappaport.
Yeah.
Because underneath it, I think it was fake. I saw that same thing.
Sounded like something he would do though.
I saw that same thing, but then I was reading the comments and I looked at his Twitter handle and it wasn't his normal. It said Ian Rappaport with his picture, but underneath it, his handle was different. So I think it was made up. Anyways, though, but yeah, Brady thought he had another down. He lost track of downs, which is weird because they didn't spike the ball. Normally, if you spike the ball, you might forget about that down.
Yeah.
You lost the down there, but they didn't.
Right.
So he took a shot on fourth down rather than just getting the first down. I think it was they needed 5 yards.
Right.
And so he thought he had another down. So he takes a shot, not realizing it's fourth down. It's like, turnover on down, get off the field. Everyone else leaves the field. Brady's like, puts up 4 fingers, like, we got fourth down, right? And they're like, no, get off the field, dude.
So the next game, Giants at home versus Washington. And 2 points to Washington. I took Washington with the points.
I took Washington plus 2.5.
Yeah, so we agree there.
Yep.
Then Jacksonville at home facing the Lions, and the points go to Jacksonville. I took Jacksonville with the points.
Okay, I took Detroit -2.
Okay, all right.
Detroit's coming off a bye, so that was I think it's going to be a tight game. But Detroit was coming off the bye, so I ended up taking them.
Yeah, 2 points is never like a lot of points.
No, it's not a lot.
It's just like the tie goes to them.
Exactly.
That's basically what it's saying.
Yeah. So next game we have Cincinnati at Indianapolis. Cincinnati is getting 7.5.
I took the points.
Cincy.
Yeah, I took the points.
That's a lot of points.
Especially the Indy is not like a powerhouse. They have a good defense.
Indy has looked really good this year. They've actually surprised me a little bit. But Cincinnati has actually been better than what the record shows, and I've actually watched all their games.
They both are like that.
Burrows looks good. T. Higgins, the rookie receiver, looks good.
Yeah.
Mixon balled out in week 4.
Yeah, that's too many points.
Good.
Too many
so
points.
yeah, I mean it's more than a touchdown. So I just took the
I
7.5.
I don't know what Vegas is doing there, but let's see. We'll see.
Yeah, so I took the 7.5.
Yeah, same.
And
Houston at Tennessee.
Yep, Houston at Tennessee. It's Houston plus 4.5. I took Houston.
So did I.
Oh, okay. All right.
Atlanta and Minnesota.
I took Atlanta plus 3.5.
I took Minnesota. That's
So
our
we got a
third
difference.
disagreement.
That was really close. That was a tough one for me to pick.
Atlanta's defense is so bad.
Yeah.
It's the dude. They're allowing. I'm not even kidding. I know we're not talking about fantasy, but this is irrelevant. Fantasy quarterbacks are averaging 40 points a game against Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's
40.
Defense, yeah, Atlanta's defense is bad. Minnesota started out the season rough as well. That was really close. I was going back and forth on that one. I end up taking Atlanta plus the points,
dude.
because I think
Thielen
that
and Justin Jefferson are going to wreak havoc on that team.
I just think that Atlanta has a really good offense. The other defense is awful, but I think that Atlanta's gonna rebound. They've been in every game. They've blown a couple leads where they should not be winless, and I really think that they're gonna fight for their head coach. I think they like Dan Quinn. I don't think they want him to get fired. So that was just my deciding factor. I could have went either way though. That was one of those ones. Some I see and I'm like, okay, I pick them immediately. Some of the games. Others I gotta really weigh them, and I could go either way.
Yeah.
All right. The next one we have Baltimore at Philadelphia.
I took Baltimore.
I took Baltimore -7.
Yeah, I think they're going to win by multiple touchdowns.
Those big spreads scare me a little bit, but
not with Baltimore.
Baltimore is looking pretty good.
They're winning games by 14, 21 points.
Exactly.
So that's nothing.
So yeah, and even if they did a win by just 7, it's a push.
I mean, if you think
if
about
it was 7.5 or 8,
people look at 7 as a big spread. It's really not when you think about it. It's only one score.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like. It'd be like hockey.
Well,
It'd be like 1 point in hockey.
More than 7 starts to get where it's multiple.
No, yeah, more
score.
than.
So that's why I said if it was like
7.5
8 or 7.5, then I would be like,
7's the threshold.
So yeah, so I took Baltimore -7. We both did.
Yeah.
Next game we have Miami versus Denver. I took Miami +1.
Yeah, I took Denver.
You took Denver?
Yep. So
okay.
that's our fourth disagreement.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to be the quarterback for Denver. That was part of my reasoning.
Yeah.
I don't know if Locke's going to be back or not.
I thought that I'm sorry,
Rypien.
I thought Rypien looked pretty good.
Rypien, or is that Rypien?
Yeah, it's Rypien. I think Rypien looked pretty good. I think he looked okay. I think he's decent. I think he can.
I don't think he looked good, but he looked adequate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he can manage a game. So I don't think that it's a huge like.
But Locke is way better.
Of course.
If I knew Locke was going to be in, that would have swung my pick.
Of course, he's a starting quarterback.
I would have took Denver. Yeah, if Locke was it, I would have took Denver.
A little bit I saw from Rypien, I thought he looked decent. I thought he looked like a decent backup quarterback. So I'm not doesn't scare me if he plays. So that's why I picked them.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't sure about that. If I knew Locke was definitely playing, I would have took Denver, but I don't. So all right, so we disagree there. Next game we have the Jets versus the Chargers. Chargers are -8. I took the Chargers -8.
I took the Jets.
You took the points?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a tight one. 8 points is a lot. The Jets look pretty bad, though.
They do.
Darnold's out, as far as I know. I don't know if he'll be back by then. And then I think that the Chargers are better than what they've really been in every game. They blew a lead to Kansas City. They should have beat Kansas City. They lost Kansas City in overtime. They were beating the Bucs pretty handily, and the Bucs came back.
I agree with everything you just said. I
think
Herbert. I took the points.
I think Herbert looks really good.
Yeah, no, like I said, I agree.
But that was a lot of points. That made me pause.
Yeah,
because 8 points is a lot. So all right, I took the Chargers -8. Neil took the Jets +8. Next game we have Green Bay versus Tampa. Green Bay is getting 2.5, which is a little weird. I mean, Tampa's good.
Weird.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Tampa's coming off of
Green Bay's undefeated, and they got Aaron Rodgers MVP in the race.
So here's, I at first I'm like, okay, well maybe it's because
and their
Tampa
defense is not even bad either. Green Bay's defense is pretty decent.
It's in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
So it's in Tampa, and then I thought maybe
no crowd.
I know, but it's in Tampa, so I thought maybe the reason is that Tampa played in Week 5 on Thursday night, so they have those extra 3 days.
They don't have to travel.
They have those extra 3 days, and they don't travel.
Right.
But then I looked, and Green Bay has a bye, so that kind of wipes that out.
Yeah.
So Green Bay has even more rest. So I took Green Bay plus 2.5. So we both took it. Yeah. So that was just kind of weird spread. The next game is the Rams versus San Fran.
I took the Rams.
I took the Rams plus 3.
Okay, I thought you were gonna take San Fran, but
I actually think the Rams will probably win that game outright.
Yeah.
Same here. I would not be opposed if you're a betting man. I would not. I would not be shocked to take the money line. Don't take the points. Take the Rams straight up. So we agreed on that one, and then the last game. Well, actually,
we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games right now. So if we disagree on this game, it would be an even.
It doesn't matter though. It's a running total for the year.
What do you got?
I took Dallas minus.
So did
3.
I. Dallas versus Arizona. So I think that's a pretty easy.
Yeah, right now that'll be the last game of the week, but who knows with COVID because they've been moving games.
Yeah.
We got a Tuesday game in week 5 for the first time in years. I don't think they've had. I think I saw the stat the other day. I want to say it hasn't been since 1942 or something since they had a Tuesday game.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see what happens. It's
So unless one of us tie in one of these games, we're gonna have somebody in the lead coming in next week.
Yeah, we disagreed on what the Kansas City Buffalo, Detroit Jacksonville,
but it's interesting.
Atlanta Minnesota.
We're 1/3 done with the league.
Miami Denver.
We're almost
Chargers,
1/3.
Jets.
Yeah, we're pretty much almost 1/3 done with the season, and we're tied.
Well, actually, we're
after
more
this will be-
than
after this
we're
will be
week
1/3.
6.
Yeah, 6, 12, 18.
Well, there's only 16 games.
So
but yeah,
what I'm
17
saying.
weeks,
I'm
16
saying
games.
a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, so you're about right.
So
Close enough.
Yeah, so we're right around the 1/3 mark, and we're tied. So it's interesting. So we're seeing a lot of. That's kind of what I expected between me and you because we both watch almost every.
We
most of the
both
games.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both know what we're talking about. We both watch almost all the games.
Yeah.
And so you
Bronson,
know,
we're gonna have
exactly.
you're gonna have your good weeks. I'll have my good weeks, which is we've seen that. So
But so far, yeah, our good weeks. When I have a good week, then you have a good week, and then they've been evening out.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit strange.
Right.
So, all right, guys. NFL football is upon us again. Hopefully, COVID doesn't hurt us, and I'm just really worried that starting to get worried. They've been adjusting really well though, so I'm not too worried as long as we don't have a huge outbreak with multiple players from multiple teams. So.
Next time you see us for all things sports, we're doing our love-hate fantasy, two loves, two hates for each position. We're not going to do positional rankings anymore.
Okay.
It's so obvious. Everyone
Yeah.
knows who the top 5s are.
So,
but
yeah.
we do love-hate. It's our own opinions.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Next time you see us, we're gonna do fantasy as
So,
well as our picks.
we'll dedicate all the fantasy time just to our loves and hates.
Yep. And
So-
then we'll talk about fantasy as a whole
Yeah,
and
exactly.
break it down.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, thank you. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share it. Thank you, guys. God bless you. God bless America.